Good morning. Here we are.
Good morning.
So we're
I,
live. Go ahead and kick her off.
I am so excited this morning. I am partnering up with the amazing Becky here. I have been following her health journey for quite a while, and she is in the medical field. So, knowing that and her background, it's really fascinating to watch her just slowly get, the full hair back and dropping the weight. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me on here. I'll just go ahead and take over, and I love to tell my story because I think it's helped a lot of people. And we have a mutual friend, Rhonda, who also
Mhm.
has an amazing health story as well, who has partnered with us too. So, all right. So, as she said, my name is Becky Smith. I do live in Green Bay. I work in healthcare. I've got 3 kids. And I also struggle with 3 autoimmune diseases. So I've got Hashimoto's, discoid lupus, seronegative rheumatoid arthritis. And what happened was I found myself in my doctor's office, and it was like June of 2023. And I was complaining of some issues such as hair loss. I had a bald spot in the front of my head. I have joint pain, skin issues from the discoid, which is a skin issue. And I asked my doctor for some additional support in that area. And she asked me if I was using a collagen. And I said, I am not good at using it. I have this blue tub from Costco. And when I remember to use it, I don't notice anything. It was kind of a pain. She goes, oh, no. She goes, I want you to use a liquid collagen. That's like a high octane collagen. It's like food for your hair. It's like WD-40 for your joints. And it's really going to help hydrate your skin from within as well. And you just take a shot at night. And I was like, oh, well, that sounds amazing. So I ended up getting this collagen from her office and took it home. And after 2 months, I had like little spriglets growing out. I'm going to show you a picture here in just a minute. I had like little, I call them spriglets, but little hairs growing out of my head. And after about 6 months, my bald spot was completely gone. And I was absolutely floored by this and continued to use it. Well, a couple months later, my friend Carissa reaches out to me and she goes, Becky, I've partnered with a company in the health and wellness space, and I think you should take a look at it. I said, no, I have no time for anything else in my life. There's absolutely no way I'm looking at anything, Carissa. She goes, well, I'm going to send it to you anyways because you love all things health and wellness. And she's true. It's true. I've always been looking for something that would give me a natural energy, natural loss of inflammation, all of those things. So within that, I jumped in and saw that it was the same company that my doctor was offering me the collagen from. And I just about peed my pants and fell off my chair. So this is where I said, okay, send me everything because I can't believe this. I had no idea this was a company that I could look at where I could help so many other people get the same benefits that I had achieved from using the stuff that they have. So what I found was this is a company that everything is third party tested for heavies, metals, leads, mold, and toxins. And that's important to me being someone with a very fragile body. I have to be very careful. Everything's gluten free, everything's CGMP certified. Their scientific advisory board blew my mind. My background's in biochemistry, so I do a lot of digging when it comes to what is inside of something and what can it do for me. And what they have is different than what anybody else has, and you can't find it anywhere else. So I was like, man, there's a lot of people that I can help from a natural perspective gain what it is they're looking for, because I found Western medicine was making me feel worse and worse. And I wanted to add something to my health repertoire that would give me energy, help me get the weight off, help with some of the puffiness and bloat. And they marked all of the boxes for that for me. So I'm going to share my before and afters. I have a picture that I'm going to show you guys that I swear to God I would never, ever share with anybody. And you're going to see it today. I have a weight loss before and after of like 80 pounds. So standing there in a sports bra. So I'm going to share that. But I'm going to start with the one thing that got me here. And this is our Trinont Glow liquid collagen. So this is what it looks like. And this is my before and after picture. So I've got my bottle sitting right here. This is a very high, I want to call it high octane medical grade type 1 bovine collagen. This collagen is the most similar to the collagen in your body. And why would you want to take collagen? Like, why do you care? As we get older, and we're pushing our 50s. Amy and I aren't getting any younger. We've lost a lot of our ability to rebuild collagen. After your 20s, it kind of takes a dive bomb, right? That's what causes the fine lines and wrinkles issues. It's actually part of the building blocks of your bones as well, your muscles, and your connective tissues. So it's important to bring that back in. It also has 10 grams of protein per shot glass. You take like a little 1 ounce shot of it a night, and that's it. I take it at night because it's got glycine in it, which is a precursor to melatonin. So it makes me a little bit tired. Okay. So I take this at night. It's like WD-40 for your joints. It's loaded with hyaluronic acid. And in your joints, as you get older, you end up more bone on bone, osteoarthritis. You're probably starting to hear those words. A lot of us that are getting older, you get more creaking and cracking. I was getting up at night. My ankles were creaking and cracking, back pain, hip pain. And when you add that hydration back into your joints, you get more mobility. So that's why I say it's like WD-40 for your joints. It's like food for your hair with 4,500 micrograms of biotin. I haven't seen anything with that much biotin in it. It's got a potent antioxidant blend. There's 0 carbs in this, and you just take it once. And you can see in my picture here, this was my before. I had a lot of thin, thin hair and bald spot here. But when I wear my hair down, which I didn't today, I have a lot more fullness in the front of my head. And it was the first thing that has actually worked for me from a natural perspective. It had me so excited. And that's what made me want to be here and be able to share this with as many people as possible, for sure. All right, this next one is something that everybody needs. And I think somebody who's got issues with diarrhea, constipation, gas, bloat, you name it, right? And I think it's like 99% of people, honestly, that are struggling with these things. So I'm going to do a demonstration, and I'm going to tell you what's in this while I'm doing this demonstration. Okay. I got to back up my computer because what happens is I always spill it on my computer. Guaranteed. I've done it many times. All right. So this is I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger here. I'm going to do this. All right. Sorry, Amy, you're gone for a second. All right. So this is a traditional snack pack pudding. Okay, I'm going to open this up and struggle, apparently. So I'm going to open this pudding, and I'm going to add one of these capsules to it. Boy, this foil's hard to get off here this morning. I'm going to add one of these enriched capsules to it. So normally you would just take this with food. You just take a capsule or 2 with a meal. But just for demonstration purposes, you can see this is a really thick pudding, right? Okay, I'm going to break this open, and I'm going to put it on here. And I'm going to stir this while I explain what the heck is going on. So if you go to like Amazon and you start looking for like digestive enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics, you're going to get really overwhelmed really fast. So this has 11 strains of the perfect digestive enzymes. It breaks down carbohydrates, fats, proteins. It also breaks down plant material. So it's got cellulase to break down plants. I had a friend who really struggled with salads. Salads would kind of turn her into a salad shooter. So this will break that down. She can now eat salads again. She go to a restaurant, eat a big salad, not have any issues. It breaks down beans. So beans make you gassy. It won't anymore. It's kind of like Beano, but better. It breaks down gluten. So I'm not celiac, but if I eat a lot of bread, I just feel like a busted can of biscuits, right? So this helps break down any extra gluten. It has lactase to break down lactose or dairy. My daughter keeps this in her backpack because if she goes out to lunch with friends and they have pizza or something like that, or ice cream, that will have her running to the bathroom. When she uses this, she has 0 issues with her stomach whatsoever. It's like her favorite thing. We carried it around in New York last weekend and passed it around the dinner table. This also has 4 strains of probiotics, which is the bacteria that you want to colonize in your intestines that make you feel lean and healthy. The type of bacteria you have matters. Now, when you add a good bacteria and feed it dead foods, like processed standard American foods, you know what happens? You kill it. So what we've added is a prebiotic, which keeps those probiotics alive and thriving so that you have a good, healthy gut microbiome. So you've got the digestive enzymes. We're adding the good bacteria in the food that keep them alive. So look at what happened here. Okay, you can kind of see this. It completely liquefied this pudding. Now, the first question that I get from people is what's going to come out the other end? No, absolutely not. What this does is it turns your stomach into like a mini Vitamix. So your food digests down. It can enter your intestines nice and smoothly, helps prevent that diarrhea and constipation, zero gas, zero bloat. You don't have to unbutton your pants after dinner. The other big effect that I see people have from this is people that are on Prilosec medications, proton pump inhibitors, GERD medication, heartburn. This has allowed so many people to stop those medications. Those medications are really hard on your B12 levels, your iron levels, makes it harder to absorb some of your nutrients. I know people like my husband has been able to switch to this, and he doesn't have to take his proton pump inhibitors anymore, which has in essence increased his B12 levels as well, because he's able to absorb his nutrients better. So this is a godsend for 99% of people, and it's an immediate impact. It makes you feel so good. Okay, so that's our enriched digestive enzyme. I just love to show physically what that one does. All right, let's bring Amy back here for a second because we lost her for a little while. I had to push you away so they could see the pudding demonstration. Sorry about that. Okay, so that is number 2. This next one has a picture that I swear to God I would never show anybody. It lived in my phone for a while, and what I remembered was when I was on a weight loss journey, I loved everybody else's before and afters. That's what gave me hope. I would seek out weight loss before and afters for motivation. Like I did that. I would just sit there at night, look for before and after weight loss pictures just to try and be like, this is possible. I can do this. This is what could happen. So I decided to go ahead and share this. And what I did to lose the last 60 pounds was tie what we call the daily health system to a healthy lifestyle. So I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to show you this picture of myself that I swear to God I'd never share. And I'm going to share this award-winning system that helps like really improve metabolic health. So here we go. Okay, so this is me on the right side. This was me about 210 pounds. The right side 137. Today I'm sitting around 125, give or take a pound or two. So I need to redo the picture, but I'm pretty pale right now. So I'll wait till summer maybe, or like till I get a tan to redo that one on the right so I don't look so pale. But what I did is I utilized this daily health system. This daily health system, we won a first place Gold Stevie Award in product innovation, beating out companies like Siemens Diagnostics, IBM. A lot of places submitted their ideas and their products for innovation, and we took a first place Gold Stevie Award for this. This is huge. What this does is a variety of things that actually encapsulates all of metabolic syndrome. So metabolic syndrome includes these 5 things. If you have 2 out of 5 of these, you have metabolic syndrome, and you're probably lethargic, you're tired, you're having difficulty losing weight. You just want to get your vitality back and you can't figure it out. So it's having a blood sugar greater than 110 fasting, having a blood pressure greater than 135/85, having a waist circumference greater than 35 inches in a female, greater than 40 inches in a male. That's around your belly button, not the buckle. It's also having a good cholesterol that is less than 50 and having a fasting triglyceride greater than 150. If you have 2 out of 5 of those, or those numbers are creeping up, you probably have metabolic syndrome. So what this does, there's 2 items within here. The first one, the bottle on the left that you can see here. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor or not, but it's the smaller bottle. This is a capsule that has a glucose converting enzyme in it. What this does is after you digest your food down into simple sugars, okay, so you're eating a big plate of fettuccine Alfredo, a bagel, a cookie, whatever it may be, all of these things have carbs that your body digests down into simple sugars that end up in your bloodstream and then become stored as fat when in excess and causes inflammation. If you, in your gut, add this enzyme, what it does is it links those glucose molecules back together into an alpha-glucan fiber that can't be absorbed by your intestines. So now you're getting less sugar into your bloodstream, which means less fat storage, less inflammation, less of the cravings and crashes. That was the first thing I noticed, was like, I would get like after lunch, I wasn't running to the vending machine for something sweet and then something salty and something sweet and something salty and then yawning and all of that kind of stuff. My day was more steady. That was the first thing I noticed. Now, is this a perfect system? No, it's a plant-based enzyme. It'll convert about 50 to 90% of your sugar to fiber, not 100%. This isn't like you're going to obliterate every single old fashioned and margarita that you have over the holidays. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, on the right-hand side, this bigger canister is the very first competitor to the weight loss injectables that you hear all of your friends using. So this is a drink that increases your body's own GLP-1 naturally using plants. So I'm not against the injections. They work great for people, but this is another option for people who are maybe coming off of those injections. People are using it with the injections to get more results. And I'll talk about why in a second. Some people just can't afford it. They don't want to inject themselves with something artificial, and we don't know the long-term effects of it. So this has been fantastic. I used this along with a healthy lifestyle, and it made the healthy lifestyle effortless, okay? Because I wasn't hungry, I wasn't craving, I got full faster, stayed full longer, okay? It also activates an enzyme in your body called AMPK, adenosine monophosphate kinase. And like I said, I'm a biochemist by trade. In medical laboratory science, I geek out over the science behind these things. What this enzyme does is it pushes your body to preferentially burn visceral fat for energy, which is what you see around your belly and what's between your organs. So that's the unsafe bad fat that we don't want. It also helps decrease cortisol, that stress hormone that adds fat to your belly as well. Lastly, it's got L-arginine that increases nitrous oxide, opens your blood vessels, and lowers your blood pressure. So now we've tackled all 5 pieces of metabolic syndrome, which makes weight loss possible. Everybody's timeline is a little bit different. If you're very insulin resistant and you've spent 20 years eating the standard American diet, it may take you a little bit longer to get those insulin levels down so you can lose weight. This is going to help you get there a little bit faster. Everybody's timeline is going to be a little bit different. I always get the question, Becky, how long did it take you to go from the picture on the left to the picture on the right? About 6 months. Okay, so it's not something you're going to all of a sudden become Barbie in like a month or something like that. You know, it does take a little bit of work and effort, and everybody's body is going to be a little bit different. But to me, this made it so much easier. Okay, so that is our daily health system. That's our flagship right now. That has really made a big difference for a lot of people. 2 more things I'm going to mention, and then I won't keep talking your ear off. So this next one is my favorite, and sorry, Amy, I didn't mean to make you disappear again. This is what I have in my cup right now, and I drink this every morning. This is our coffee replacement, and it's a nootropic, energizing, focus blend coffee. So we also have a hot chocolate if you don't like coffee. Right now, for seasonal flavors, we've got salted caramel and toasted white chocolate as well. So we've got 4 flavors right now. This is the most amazing thing I think I've ever discovered in my life. I think I'm on day 852 of drinking this stuff. This coffee has L-theanine, sorry, I got my amino acids messed up this morning. This increases focus. It's got green coffee bean and tea leaf, so it's mold-free, certified mold-free. Look up what mold toxins do to your body and what's in your coffee. Boatloads of mold. Okay, so this is mold-free. This increases your energy without jitteriness. This also increases dopamine and serotonin. It's got an ingredient called PEA, pushes out GABA. So you've got the happy, lovey-dovey hormones flowing. So now you feel like so happy. So that is a really fun piece of this. It also helps keep cravings under control. So I do this in the morning and I don't find myself pigging out before lunch. Like if I were to walk past the cookie tray in the break room, I'm like, it's fine, don't care. So that has been an absolute blessing as well, because who wants to sit there and feel like, oh my God, I want those cookies. I shouldn't have those cookies, but I want those cookies, and the cookies are talking to you. It helps with that too. So it has been the best exchange I can possibly think of, going from having regular coffee to our Mojo, and it's called Mojo for a reason. Everybody that drinks Mojo has not gone back to drinking coffee. All right, lastly, what I have here is our brand new, absolutely brand new product called NAD. This is niacinamide adenine dinucleotide is what NAD stands for. And what this is the cellular energy that your body needs to run effectively. So if you remember in biology class, like way back, you had to learn about this thing called the Krebs cycle, and it's a cellular energy. So what happens is NAD kind of enters the cell, it goes around and it poops out a molecule of ATP. I know I'm really pushing the limits with going back to high school biology. But as we get older and we leave our 20s, 30s, and 40s, our bodies are not making NAD effectively for our cells to be able to work efficiently. So I had actually been using an injectable form of NAD before Trinont even came out with this. I started it in April of 2025. And if I'd be lying if I didn't say this was a spicy injection you had to take in your stomach, similar to a GLP-1, but it burns. People are also paying up to $500 for an IV drip of this from integrative medicine providers. My doctor provides this in her office between $300 to $500 for one IV session of NAD. Now, I decided to use the injections because it was a little bit less expensive than that. But now we've released a liposomal form, which means you can take it in a capsule form. Prior to that, you had to mainline it through an IV or an injection, but we have got that science pinned down, and now we can take it as a capsule. But what does this do? Like, Becky, what's the point here? So once we increase our cellular energy, some things are going to happen. For me, my metabolism stayed super high. I have not gained weight back. As a matter of fact, I have a hard time staying over 125 pounds, and I'm not really even trying that hard. Okay. So this combined with the daily health system is like the magic key that unlocks how your metabolism works. It helps you sleep better and it provides you all day energy. Like I feel like Becky 2.0. As somebody who's got Hashimoto's thyroid issues, energy is something I seek out all the time. So therefore, this has been a game changer. I come home from work, I make dinner, do the dishes, put them away. I fold the laundry, put the laundry away, and I sit down and I still have more energy for more. So this has been a fantastic addition to a lot of people. It starts with a little bit of energy, and then a month later, your sleep starts getting better. And then a month later, your metabolism just really starts to snap into place. I highly recommend this with the daily health system if energy and weight loss are things that you're looking for going into the new year. It's the best thing, absolute best thing ever. All right. So we have 30 products. I could talk all day long about what we have, but of course we've already been here for 22 minutes. So we have some really exciting things. If any of these things are interesting to you, you can reach out to Amy. Right now, we actually have what's called free enrollment. So if you're interested in the daily health system and the Enrich, that is our starter bundle, and enrollment is free, which means you'd get a huge discount on that bundle and you'd get wholesale pricing moving forward. That's huge. Plus you get a referral link. So if your friend Sally Sue is like, why do you look so amazing? What are you doing? You can text her your link or you can send her back to Amy. That's fantastic too. But we do have a lot of really amazing perks as being part of our community. You're stuck with me, which will help you all along the way, and Amy and Rhonda. And we're really excited to be able to help so many people learn about what it is that we have our hands on here too. Last thing I want to mention really quick is Trinont Travel. This is new, and this is something that we have just released. And just give me a second here because I'm going to pull up this really quick slide so people can screenshot it if they want to. Here we go. Okay. Oh, that's not the one we want. Let's do this one. There we go. Okay, so we just released Trinont Travel. Did you know people that travel are actually healthier and have less heart issues and less obesity and more, just more health and vitality in general? So we've tied this together. We've got the complete system with Trinont. Not only do we have the best in class health and wellness, we have the best compensation plan, which would come along with that free enrollment. So that's something we can talk to you more about. And the travel is amazing. We save up to 65% on hotels, resorts, condos, cruises, and car rentals. There's no blackout dates, 850,000 locations. And every year of being part of Trinont Travel, you get a voucher worth about $1,500 to $2,000 to use for a vacation, even though you've only spent $65 a month all year round. So that $780 gets you an over $2,000 vacation at the end of the year. There's no points to deal with, nothing like that. It's just a guaranteed thing that we get with Trinont. I'm so excited. I will be going to Aruba completely free in an all-inclusive resort at the end of 2026 because of Trinont Travel. And I tell you, that $65 a month that I'm spending, I got rid of my Paramount, my Peacock, MLB. It's not even the baseball season. I got rid of the MLB channel. I had some weird iTunes charges. I don't even know what those were for. I canceled those things, and I more than made up for the $65 a month that's getting me this free vacation to Aruba. So this is definitely something we can send you some more information on as well, as either a customer or as an associate, which has been such a game changer. Lastly, and then I promise I'll shut up. We have our Jeep program. If you do decide to do the free enrollment, when we hit our first rank of Jade, they do pay you to drive a Jeep. I've got a brand new Jeep in my garage that I don't pay a penny for. Trinant pays for me to drive that Jeep. So I know there's a lot of people out there with a crushing car payment, and this is just one of the big perks that I like to talk to people about, because if you own a Jeep, have a lease on a Jeep, have, a loan out on a Jeep, they will pay you extra money every month because you have that Jeep. So definitely a huge, huge perk with that. All right, Amy, is there anything I am missing? No, I covered a lot.
Yeah, I think that is really great. I'm so excited. I too have autoimmune issues, psoriatic arthritis, osteo and rheumatoid arthritis. So yeah, this is a huge opportunity for me to start to feel better, get weight off, hopefully be in less pain overall. I'm really looking forward to kind of this new chapter in the 48 and up journey part of my life here. And I cannot do it with this extra weight on me. The pain and 25 years of repetitive motion as a hairstylist has really done a number on me. So the collagen, everything, I am so excited to feel better.
Yeah, I'm excited for you because it's going to make a huge difference.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys have any questions, shoot them down in the comments. Amy and I will get those answered for you as soon as we can. All right. Have a good day, guys.